Hello, welcome to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, the podcast with funding from the National Lottery and the government. I'm Claire from Positive Life Workshops. I am a guide and a healer. I help people who have struggled with anxiety and depression, who want to start living that more positive life.
Hi everybody, I hope everyone's had a nice Christmas and we're looking forward to the new year. I know it's been a bit of an unusual one for us all, but I hope that we've all managed to make the best of what we have had and what we've been able to do. I've seen lots of people having a nice time on social media, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're having a nice time in the background. So it's just important that we still check up on everybody, make sure that everyone's all right. There's lots going on out there that that's not in our face. So just keep an eye on everybody and make sure everyone's all right. This week, I want to talk about vision boards and dream boards. I've been doing this for probably 4 or 5 years now, if not a little bit longer. I've got a business planner, which is called the Awesome Marketing Planner, and it's the Girls Mean Business Planner. Now, I had this in 2017 and I've had it in 2018. 2019 I had it, 2020 I did not have it, and I have got it again in 2021 because it has been really helpful to me. And just the first bit with the vision board, I've looked back and I've seen that so much has come from what I've actually done on my vision boards that I thought I'd come and have a chat about it on the podcast today. So you might not have heard about vision boards or dream boards before, but it's just a plan of the things that you enjoy, the things that you want to bring into your life in the future. Sometimes when we've got this plan in place and we've got these ideas and we actually take time to stop and think about what we want to bring into our lives, it lets us take time to work out how we're going to bring those things into our lives and what we can do in our day-to-day business, day-to-day getting on with life to kind of still take us towards the things that we want in life to make us happy. So I know the first dream board that I did was a collage, and it was lots of different nice pretty pictures, and there was lots of calmness in there were crystals in there were things about meditation, things about beaches and water and chakras. And that's kind of what I did that year. I took the time to learn about myself. I started to meditate. I started to do moon rituals and little rituals before I'd do my artwork. I'd set up a little candle and some crystals. And the work that I would do would be more of a ritual to help me in my mental health rather than just sitting there doing some art. So the vision board kind of guided me what I needed to do that year with my life. Then from getting the creative collage done and using that to kind of take my life forward into more of a spiritual life, more of a self-discovery path. That's what I did that year after doing that dream board. And then the year after, I did a dream board about what I wanted to do with my business. Now, I was still working for the NHS at the time, but I also had these plans and these ideas, this way that I could help more people and also do more things that I enjoy doing myself at the same time. And that's what it was all about. It was about finding something to do with my life that was going to benefit others, but wasn't me still working for the NHS doing things against my own values. So I had to kind of make a plan of how I was going to go from working at one place for 19 years to setting up my own business and doing it all myself with no business experience. I had to make a plan, and there had to be a route to get there. And in my first business plan, there were things like leave the NHS, and there was slime making, there was working in mental health hospitals, there was lots of different things in the community. And when I look back that year, I actually did a lot of that. So the first session that I did for my business was actually in a private mental health hospital. And then I went on later to get a contract with a different private mental health hospital. And I was going in doing sessions on quite a regular basis until COVID hit. But I'd made that plan in my dream board that that's what I wanted to do with my business, and I wanted to get more funding to do different things to help more and more people. So 2018, helping people enjoy life. Art is life. I want to move home on there, still not done that one yet. I wanted to work with schools, nursing homes. I wanted to expand, do sensory things, make people smile. Yeah, relax, family time, more time at home. Well, that's definitely happened, hasn't it? So sometimes we can have a vision in our mind that we want to get towards, but when we actually put it down onto the paper and look at it and look at what we can find within it, when we look back onto these things, when we do them, we can see that it's kind of giving us a route to go. So I knew that I didn't want to work at the NHS anymore, and I planned it and I put in my vision and I worked towards my vision. So even if it was just making sure that I kept up my contacts in the community as I was working, making sure that I was going meeting people, making sure that I was going doing events and stalls and things like that, I kind of, because I'd put it on my vision where I wanted to go, it allowed me to kind of have that bit of motivation to kind of make that extra step to do those extra things to enable me to kind of get to where I wanted to go. So I was kind of on a journey of self-discovery back then. And now I'm kind of in a totally different place to where I was back then. So I've done my business plan for this year again, and I have shared it on the page. It's all creative and arty, and it's about kind of bringing in more funding to help more people, to work in the community, to be working with Mumos and Greentown, to be learning more. I've got all my equipment to do recording sessions, to keep going more podcasts, and I've got all these different ideas of different things that we can do to bring different ways of doing things into the community, because unfortunately we've had to change and a lot of stuff's online now. So it's seeing how we can build that into my life and into helping other people as well. And you can do this too. It's just a case of sitting down and kind of thinking, what do I want to bring in this year? So not thinking about what you can't do, what can you do, or what do you want to do? Even if you don't achieve it this year, it can be over the next 3 to 5 years. There's things on my dream board still that I still not achieved, but they still go on there because I'm still working towards them. Like the bigger things, like wanting to move house into a bigger home, things like that. I'm not expecting to put that on my dream board and then after 12 months of kind of slowly working towards my goals for that to happen. In the more realistic, bigger plan, that's only going to happen in 5 to 10 years. And it's knowing that and kind of still putting it on there and still putting it as a reach and a goal. So I was going to do a dream board session. There's a couple of ways to do this. I would normally do it face to face with collage and cutting and sticking. There's the drawing, which I always do, drawing and painting, using words and symbols. But we can also do this on Canva too. If it's something that you're interested in doing, you're more than welcome to get in touch. I can do it in a group session or one-to-one, whichever's preferable for yourselves. I will be setting a vision board session up for the group, and that will be the end of January at some point, but I will put that on the Facebook page and let everyone know what's happening. I think it's just good for us to kind of take that time to step back, think, what do I want to get out of this year? Even if we only achieve one or two of those things, the more we do this, the more we achieve, and the more we see that we achieve, the better we feel, and the more we step into that positive mindset where we bring more and more to our lives that make us happy. And it's about kind of taking that step to think, right, okay, I've done this. Well, I've personally done it for the last few years, and it's helped me to be able to look back and see how far I've come. And it's just a nice way of kind of mapping out what's going to go on in the future, where you want to go, and kind of giving yourself that opportunity of what do you want to do? Are you happy? Because I know a lot of the time my anxiety and my mental health problems were caused from not being happy doing what I was doing. So every day I was going to work doing stuff and I loved the work I did. I just didn't like the environment. I didn't like the culture and the kind of the system of how I was being told to work. So I was working against my own values quite a lot of the time, causing me a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and I felt like I couldn't step away from it at the time. And it was only when I started to do things like this, like the dream board, and kind of like exploring, doing more art and self-discovery, that I realised that it was just myself stopping me from kind of making those changes. And it was my own thoughts and my own fears kind of holding me back. And once I realised that, it kind of allowed me to take the steps to kind of be more confident in knowing that it was okay to do something that I wanted to do, and it was okay to do something that I enjoyed doing, and that it was possible. And it was just the process of doing it all, getting it all creatively down on the dream board. And when you look back and you can see how much of that you've actually achieved in the year, it's a really fantastic feeling. So I will set it up for the end of January. And if anyone wants to come and do one online on Canva with us, you are more than welcome. You can give me an email on positivelifeworkshops@gmail.com, or give us a message on the Facebook page. Thanks for listening this week. I hope everyone has a happy new year, and you all get a chance to do some sort of celebration. We will see you in 2021. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence. Find us on Facebook at Positive Life Workshops. Come and join our Facebook group, Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, or the Ladies Wellbeing Group. Our anxiety course will be live soon. If you're looking to improve your confidence, if you're interested in any healing, card readings, having problems with anxiety or your own confidence, feel free to give me a message. Thanks for listening. We'll be here again next Thursday. Goodbye.